Can you kind of describe, what the learning experience was like for you, especially in the second half, when you lost the fumble and threw the two interceptions, just kind of what this whole experience was like for you? Thanks.
Yeah, I think it's a big time learning experience. A lot to learn from this game, and it's something we got to step away from it, evaluate everything, and learn from it. You know, got to go out there and make the plays when the opportunity presents itself, and some that that I take complete ownership on. Those guys believe in me to go get it done, and I take it very personally in getting it done. And today came up short.
Ed and Tim McManus.
Hey, Jalen, what happened to the offense after you go up 14-3? I think you're in Dallas territory 5 or 6 times and don't get any points.
Yeah, we kind of got stagnant. Uh, Great opportunities to put points on the board, and we always talk about controlling what we can. Those opportunities right there are perfect opportunities to go out there and score points. Shot ourselves in the foot. Kind of stopped ourselves due to lack of execution. So it's a lot to learn from. A lot to learn from on my end as a group, and we'll be better from this.
Tim and Al Thompson.
Jalen, Doug said that you were working through some lower body stuff in the second half. Did that come from the Randy Gregory sack in the third quarter? And what can you tell us about it?
Got a little nicked up in the second quarter there, but I said the will to win is so hard for this team. Having the opportunities that we had to go out there and win the game, and put ourselves in a position to win the game, and it was somewhere we came up short. So we got to go back and look at the things that we can do better. Bearing anything. I said it last week. All the things that have kind of gone wrong. Injuries. Guys play through injuries all the time. Missing pieces, if you will. It's a so what now what mentality. And I'm not gonna make any excuses for anybody. I'm not gonna make any for myself. It's something you learn from. It's not a loss. It's a lesson. And that's truly how I look at it. And we will be better from it.
Al and Rob Motti.
Jalen, in your 3 starts, the Eagles have scored 67 points. 54 of those points were in the first half of each of those games, only 13 points in the last 3 games in the second half, and none tonight. Are you concerned about your second halves? And are teams just figuring you out, or why is there's that second half kind of fade?
I think it's a mentality you have to have, an attitude and mentality. You go out there and you're dominating everything that you do. We gotta do that consistently, and it starts with me. Going out there and finishing. I touch the ball every play. Every play I have the opportunity to make things right. Even when it's wrong, make it right. And I hold myself accountable to doing those things. This is a lot that I'll be able to learn from. We'll be able to learn from as a team, everybody. And we're going to learn from it. No doubt in my mind.
Rob and Zach Berman.
Hey, Jalen, the way things were unfolding with, as you said, shooting yourselves in the foot there a lot of times, some penalties and different things. Did you feel some pressure there in the fourth quarter to force some plays, to try to do things that you hadn't done before, because we hadn't seen you really throw interceptions like that? Was it something where you were like, there's nothing else available right now?
You got the playoffs on the line, and at that point you have to make some shake. The crazy thing is, when I talk about leaving money on the table, we left money on the table versus Green Bay, left money on the table versus New Orleans, left some money on the table last week and left some on the table this week, and unfortunately we weren't able to overcome it tonight. So it's a lot to learn from. I take it very personally, and we'll be better from it.
Zach and Paul Domowitch.
Hey, Jalen, since you went through the lineup, every game's kind of been analyzed and scrutinized. But when you look at the 3-game body of work here, how are you better? How are you different from this experience than you were going into the Saints game?
That's a tough one to answer. The only thing on my mind is winning. That's all I care about. I know there are a lot of people, a lot of players on this team that'll be better from it, better from these things that we're experiencing right now. That failure kind of teaches you a lesson. It's a lesson, and that pain does nothing but motivate you. And that pain is going to continue to motivate me, and we're going to be better from it.
Damo and Marcus Hayes.
Yeah, Jalen, you mentioned, shooting yourselves in the foot a lot tonight. You had a lot of penalties, a really inordinate amount of false starts. I think there were 6 of them. You don't usually see that in the 15th game of his season. Are the linemen having trouble adjusting to your cadence? I mean, what's going on as far as you can tell?
I'm the commander-in-chief on the field. I got to do a better job of it. That's one thing that I reflect on personally and see what I can do to fix that.
Marcus and John McMullen.
Hey, Jalen, nice jacket. Exactly what happened to you on the play where you were injured? What was injured? Did it affect your ability to throw the ball, as Doug suggested, in the second half? And he also said something about Dallas changing things up in the second half. How did they change things up?
If I answered that question, I'd be making excuses, and I can't go that route. They switch some things up in their coverage, but we go out there and we do our job. None of that matters. We go out there and execute. None of that matters. So it's something that we can learn from, and we will.
We have time for 2 more, so we'll go John and then Les.
Hey, Jalen, I know obviously you're not where you wanted to be at the end of the game, but this is the first time you got to play with Deshaun Jackson. You only had the 1 target. It turned into an 81-yard touchdown. He's the biggest home run hitter in NFL history. What's it like to connect with him on a deep ball?
It was fun. We prepared for that. Me going out to Tampa, getting that time in, and it was fun to hit it. Should have hit, a few more. But one thing I tell these guys, and I've been harping on it, ever since I've been fortunate enough with this position, is appreciate these times we have together. Appreciate the moments you have with the guys on this team. Appreciate them. Because, things change, and we just got to appreciate this moment, all the different adversities that people go through, really appreciating the moment and cherishing it with the people around you that you go to work with every day.
Go ahead, Les.
Hi, Jalen. It looked like the run game was so effective in the first half. And then the second half, you really went away from it. I know you were down, but it wasn't like you were down 30 points or anything. What happened to the run game today? Did you think you could have done more of that instead of just going back there and flinging it so much? And what exactly, kept it from being as effective?
We have complete trust in everybody and doing their jobs. Us 11 on offense, we go out there and try and execute whatever's called to our best abilities. And I think that's what it was. Go out there and execute it, whether it's a pass, run, whatever it is, go out there and execute it, and we got to do a better job of that.